Hey everyone, my name is Brian Brown. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing some more mandolin tutorials. This episode is about pentatonic scales. So a pentatonic scale is just a scale with 5 notes, pentatonic. Um, so there are two types, the major pentatonic and the minor pentatonic, and they're sort of closely related. So first we're going to talk about the minor pentatonic. Um, so uh, Guitarists, like the typical high school kid guitarist, for example, will very early on typically learn the pentatonic scale, um, and that allows them to really kind of solo in a basic blues type thing or a basic rock situation very quickly and easily, because there are so few notes and it allows you to kind of do that quickly. So basically, rather than saying that such a simple scale lacks merit, I think that is a great way for someone on any instrument to start improvising early on in an easy and fun way. So the way we can do this on mandolin is we're going to put our pointer finger on the note we want to start on. So we're going to do a pentatonic right now. So we're going to put our pointer finger on the second fret of the G string on the note A, right? And then, so the notes of a minor pentatonic scale are the root note, the minor third of the scale, the fourth, the fifth, the flat seven, and the octave for the root again. And when I'm giving those numbers, if you haven't heard before that terminology, that just means relative to major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1, 2, minor third, flat third, etc. Anyway, so in this closed position pentatonic scale, you put your pointer finger on the root note, then 3 frets up from that, you're going to put your ring finger on the next note. That's your minor third. Right? Then 2 frets above that, you're going to put your pinky. So far we have 2nd fret, 5th fret, and 7th fret on the G string. And then again, just like the major scale, on mandolin it's awesome because the way it's stacked, you can just do the same thing on the next string. So you can just go. When you're doing A, it would be 2nd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, then next string, 2nd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. You can make it into a 2-octave one. So one way to do that is I can just tell you the closed position thing if you want to stay in the same position. So once you get to there, you'll go middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, then 5th fret, 7th fret. So we have, and then middle finger again. So that's the pentatonic scale. If you do learn it in that closed position that way, that puts you at a great advantage because that means that you can move it anywhere on the fretboard. So that was A. B flat pentatonic is now just, and so on. Of course, you can do these in other positions. For example, sometimes I'll start a pentatonic scale with my ring finger like this. So if I'm doing D pentatonic, I could start on the G string on the 7th fret with my ring finger, and then go to 3rd fret on the next string, 5th fret, 7th fret, and then on the A string, 3rd, then 5th. So you get, which is the same as going, which is the first position method. So there are just different ways you can get around the same scale, whatever's more comfortable for your fingers for that key. There are some open ones. So for example, if I'm actually soloing an A, I'll probably take advantage of these open A and E strings. And you notice that if you start on this open A string, you could have a closed position, but open pentatonic scale like this. So 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 5. So you can do that with some of the scales. With D, you can do it starting on the D string. So that's minor pentatonic, and that's really good anytime you're just jamming basic rock stuff. If someone plays a minor chord, you go. You can use it in funk stuff. You can use it for whatever. So that's handy. And then, and if that wasn't clear, ask me and I'll put stuff in the comments or the description or whatever. Then there's the major pentatonic scale, which is basically just, it's also 5 notes, but it's basically just a major scale with some notes taken out. And this is very common for example, like a lot of Allman Brothers guitar solos will use this technique. So if we're starting on A again, our A major scale, watch my last video, is like this. But instead of all the notes, the pentatonic is only going to use the first note, the second note, the third note, the fifth note, the sixth note, and the 8th note. So 1, 2, 3, normal so far. Then you skip the 4, and you go to 5. So right, and then you do the 6th one, and then 8. So you got. So yeah, and that's just good if you're playing some kind of bluesy thing. You know, someone's playing, you know. So that's cool. A cool thing about it is then, like, if you wait and don't use the note G in the key of A, for example, you don't use the 4th until you get to like a 4 chord. It helps make that chord, your spelling of that chord, more noticeable. So that's a good thing. And again, you can move that anywhere. So C, major pentatonic would be, you could start C here and go. And one final thing I'll point out, just like chords have relative majors and minors, so like a G chord is very similar to an E minor chord. The pentatonic scales go together, so you can notice that E minor pentatonic has all the same notes as G major pentatonic. So that can help you just think of things in different ways if you're soloing over a progression in G and E minor. You know. It's all kind of the same. So that's pentatonic scales. It's just a fun, easy way to start soloing over major and minor chords very quickly and easily.